contrast to the dark blue and black cave rock. And in each of these shelves, hundreds and hundreds of scrolls. On the right side, scrolls, large ones, in a sort of wooden tube. On the left side, many, many small ones, their ends coated with wax and closed. These ones do not seem to have been touched in a long, long time. The scrolls on the right, however, are easily accessible and stored there, likely for that purpose. As you are in the center of the cave, or the end of it rather, standing in front of a stream of water coming down from some unseen source above, he turns back towards you and says, "There are many rites that need to be followed if an outsider wishes to join a clan. They are different clan to clan. Usually it is the clan's spirit who decides whether or not you are worthy. There are other rites involved usually, however this is by far the most important one. It is usually the last one, however. If you are members of the clan before Aura of the Council returns, his methods will be severely limited and he cannot simply order you killed. It is a prudent idea, I think."
Director snorts. You seem to be under the delusion that he could order that in any case.
He kind of cocks his head. "The people I had with me in the valley were simply the ones that were willing to follow me. We have opposed Santa for years now. Not very successfully, however, yet we still endure. Do not think us helpless. We have killed dragons far bigger than you.
If we thought you helpless, we wouldn't be here. Moonlight, we would be somewhere else. We are here because we plan to use you against Sunta, as you plan to use us."
He concedes the point by nodding.
I am not in the mood to bow and scrape before a rock so that your people's superstitions will be sated.
Well, you just ruined my chance to go through these scrolls.
Well, he's speaking for himself. We're dragons.
He frowns at you slightly, says, "Perhaps I should have rephrased what I was going to say. Simply do not underestimate the resources of one so oblivious to danger that he makes others believe that everything is fine. People tend to flock to the easiest choice, and Aura of the Council is the easiest choice. He has many of our best fighters simply to be his bodyguards and do nothing useful to the clan. He and his people could be a danger to you.
Once we are in the clan, then perhaps we could be on the council, yes?
The council currently really does only exist in word. It is similar with the entire Moon Clan. We used to be many groups working in unison, however now we are simply many groups.
I'll have to be rectified.
Well, I know it looks like she has a burning question to us. Thunder.
Sure, he will look towards you.
Is these scrolls, is this your people's history?
It is our people's history, our people's laws, our people's traditions. There are tools in there that may help you in gaining control over the Moon Clan. However, this place is also the place of our clan's spirit. I will not be the one who decides whether or not you join the clan. The spirit will not prevent you from joining, however. If he favors you, it will be far easier.
Will it be possible for me to look through your documents?
Should you please the spirit, you may look through our entire history at your leisure. You may also drink from these waters.
Einavox looks happy just to mention that he will allow her to read the documents, but she'll listen.
So what should we say to the spirit?
It is not spoken words that the spirit longs for. It is a spirit both of water and knowledge.
Oh,
Our
that sounds just
our
Axis wheelhouse.
Our tradition is as follows. Each member who wants to be a full member of the clan has to leave a secret in this cave. Written on paper, closed with wax and never opened again, read only by the spirit itself. I cannot and will not force you to do such a thing, neither will the spirit. You may simply decide to leave this cave, in which case, well, you would still become a member of the clan, because otherwise things would be far more difficult to say, but some traditions are flexible. However, if you do manage to appease the spirit, you may find this place a place of sanctuary and knowledge that you may access freely. It is up to you whether you leave your secret or not. I will not be watching you. I will not be able to tell what you're doing. I simply give you this last piece of advice. Whether or not you wish to leave a secret, do not try to fool the spirit. Be honest in your dislike of it, or honest in your appreciation of our traditions, but do not try to go halfway. It is as simple as that. Write down your deepest, darkest secret. Leave it here with so many others, and that will be that.
Okay, I'll nod to that.
He looks
No
at
one will
each
be
of
able
you.
to identify which scroll is mine then.
No, there is no name on the scroll, and anyone opening any of these scrolls, anyone who does that can expect an end, a very slow end. As he nods and heads towards the exit, saying, I will make sure that your arrival here is not going to surprise any more people. There are hunting parties expected soon, and they may do foolish things unless I inform them.
Very well.
Meet me in my tent as soon as you're done, and we can discuss some of my thoughts.
Yes, good. You can go.
He does head out, leaving you only with the sound of trickling water in front of hardened clay shelves full of knowledge and secrets.
Kykes will try to say in Aquan, Spirit of these caves, are you one to be spoken to? Can one such as I, who has always had knowledge in my blood and water in my mind, and the other way around, reach you across these wet caves?
To the others, it seems like nothing really changes. However, to Rachax's mind, it does seem like the bubbling of the water changes in pitch ever so slightly. However, even after waiting a bit, there is no immediate obvious answer.
This would be a great lair, Rakias thinks, in the future. If you could salt this water and then live in here with like full of knowledge and water, that's like all he's into. Yeah.
In the cave next to you, there's also a stand, this one slightly protected from the water, or rather left alone by the water, containing, well, writing implements really. Ink, a large feather, and paper, essentially. As well as a large candle.
Okay, will go there and take a long time to begin writing something on a piece of scroll because he's, everything warps and twists and like, it's horrible.
And the secrets you wish to offer the spirit, I would actually like you to send me.
Sure.
I was going to.
I will take a 5-minute break while I go to the toilet.
Will Avendra do one?
Avendra will do one as well.
Good. Are we gonna get tribal tattoos?
I
on
mean,
our
what
lower
deep?
backs?
Just saying, what deep dark secret can a 13-year-old have?
Probably like I knew
A decent chunk.
I once put rat poison in my old caretaker's coffee because I didn't like him. He died and I got a new one. No.
That's changed my image of what Avengers alignment was.
Or 13-year-olds.
Dude, I've done so many bad stuff as a 13-year-old.
Well,
Blamed most of it on my brothers.
or the dog.
I didn't do anything to the
I
dog.
once ate all the cake and blamed it on the dog, she writes. Spirit shudders.
Oh, such evil.
All people not sharing food. Blasphemy.
You get shot
Do
out
you-
of the
do
cave.
All of you do it as well. Or do you not? Write a secret.
Well, as a kid, I just ate anything that looked like it could be.
No. Like, does your
So-
character write down a secret or not?
Oh no, I thought we still talked about the experience
Oh no.
that kids do, weird kid stuff.
Do your characters write something down? Rekaix does.
Our deepest secret.
Oh, the deepest, darkest secret. It's like one time I really just kind of wanted to stay in the leash, but I cannot even admit that to myself. Something like that.
I have a crush on. No.
I'm back.
This room is dead.
Uh,
dot, dot.
this darkest
All
secret.
right.
Also, you do not need to tell each other.
Hmm.
That would spoil the fun, wouldn't it?
As Van der Moonlight also tried to say in probably more coherent tones than the sick DM could, you can decide to just leave.
I don't want to leave. I want to read the library. Deepest, darkest secret. Oh, this is a hard one.
Taking a little bit of time to write.
Also, I forgot something. Volnix, I would like you to roll a compulsion check.
Seems fair. See, DC 14 as my compulsions. It's a
You
failure.
fail. You really don't trust Van der Moonlight. You are pretty damn sure that he's simply getting you to do this so he has something to control you later.
Well, I'm not sending the secret now. There we go.
I mean, I have
Tyraxos
kinda-
writes something, rolls up and like tosses it on the pile.
I kind of have an idea what the secret should be. I just
Gives the rest of you a toxic look as
Like
he
it.
backs off a bit. Does it feel any different?
You trust these smooth skins with your secret.
I will send you a whisper in response.
I trust them insofar that they know that if they try to exploit anything I left here, I would destroy them completely and utterly. We must work within these creatures' system if we wish to control them. They are far too superstitious to work with us otherwise.
It says, superstition often helps those of the lesser races to appreciate our glory, however. The kobolds, for example. Their superstitions about us led to our victory and their continued support. They will not simply abandon us when we leave.
it's
A person working for money might.
cheap.
Superstition can create the wonderful
Yeah.
mix of fear and love.
It is kind of hard because she has had this life does basically always make sure that she does the same thing every day. And she has been kind of sheltered in that cave for so long.
Maybe it's
stole a book or something. I don't know.
Well,
Oh.
I thought of that, but I thought that's kind of lame. I was like,
Well, what is her deepest secret? That's darkest secret. That's what if it's
forbidden
nothing bad, then
ambitions.
so be it.
so it can even be forbidden for ambition.
Something you would rather not have anyone ever find out. Whether it is something you once thought or once did.
That raccoon with the flowers was kind of cute. For example,
What?
that raccoon that came and gave her flowers when she was young was kind of cute.
I really want that as a companion, just saying.
I wanted to pork a raccoon. Is that the dark secret?
No, I wanted a raccoon as a companion. Remember her first picture? There was a little raccoon with flowers.
Oh, right.
Don't be so
I was tempted to say
juvenile.
yes when the raccoon proposed.
It's friend.
That could also be a deep dark secret. My only friend was a raccoon. My character's jaw is a little bit sort of clenched, and he seems a little bit sort of ill at ease as he leaves the scroll. Sort of lingering by it a little bit. Still not sure if he should really leave it there or just take it with him and destroy it or something. But
Well, Volnik is basically out at the entrance, not even joining you guys.
in the end, he leaves it there and waits for Evandro, who's probably actually done before he is because he writes rather slowly.
Evandro does spend a lot of time thinking about it. Eventually does write down something. Careful not to show it to anyone.
Like, sometimes I care too much.
This is when the person with blind sight is like reading all these messages.
She's like, I think our Volux is cute.
Oh.
I will always remember when he was small.
I mean, she did try shooting arrows at me.
Secretly at night, like our Volux and her like curled up and slept together. Both
Don't make
alone,
me come-
both alone in their own way, finding solace in each other.
Don't make me come in there and knock you into that pool.
Traxxas
He
giggles
would
at the
not
thought.
trust her. He would eat her in the night or something.
No, but that's his dark
He would
secret.
just stab me.
That's his dark secret,
Oh god, this is terrible.
Well, you see, Traxxas relax a little bit, seemingly finding the cave much more comfortable all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's nice and cool. Pretty cool looking as well. I could have like a bathtub over there and kitchen area.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit probably wouldn't mind a roommate. I mean, so he did say he wanted us to take control of the Moon Tribe.
Yes.
He is clearly just forging a trap for us. Cannot trust them.
He sort of looks around and says, I feel this place accepting me, I think.
Cleanest and quickest way to control something would be, of course, to grab it by the throat and start choking it until it relents.
But that might harm it as well, and we might be weaker in the end for it.
Yes.
Enduring some of these things might be good. And who knows, being part of a Shanti tribe was something I never thought I would do. It does put us in the same ranking as others, though, for taking part in this council, or whatever they might have.
Perhaps. I am still somewhat hesitant to the idea, although I agree that working in the system is advantageous in many parts. I don't like to equate myself to these creatures.
Says, we are their allies, nonetheless. Reading their laws would perhaps give us an insight into how they could be used. I am sure there are clauses that would work differently for ones such as us. Anything that refers to a human or some such would not count.
I would like to add the funniness in the fact that I thought that Alvonic's message was the secret message from sheep.
This place is a toilet now.
I was
What?
like,
Minute.
what?
Prove all you want. Like, oh.
Beep.
I am so quick.
Well, we
Casual
should
taste the water.
hear what Moonhide wants to discuss.
It's a funny
Indeed.
name, though.
Everyone's looking over to Einabox, who's like gripping the pen hard, staring down at the paper.
I never thought anything bad. I'm just so perfect.
No, she
humble.
did write something and tossed it into the pile.
Sure.
She's not saying she's perfect.
Trying to.
Trying to.
Alright, let's go out and talk to Moonhide then, I suppose.
Yes. Should go talk.
Did Avolnix do it?
No, he left. He didn't want to. He's not.
Alright, you wish to exit again. Oops. Let's do this. Because as you do near the exit or the entrance to the cave, you hear quite the ruckus on the outside.
They have pitchforks and torches.
See, Avendra, you shrink down. There you go. Can arrange yourself as you wish.
Are we?
I should probably center you, shouldn't I?
Yeah. I'd be very far away. Yeah.
Did I center you? Yeah.
Actually in front.
See, let's arrange this properly.
Like a gauntlet waiting outside.
Well, what you see outside essentially is Thunder
Oh, that's-
Moonhide arguing with quite a few people. The discussion obviously heated, although they are speaking again in Shuanti.
You know,
He-
I can still understand it.
Okay. Thunder Moonhide does point it at you and then looks back to the old man surrounded by many rather skilled looking fighters. The fighters previously around here that seemed to respect Thunder Moonhide, gone. These ones looking down on him. As he says, "These are not Sunta's pets. We would be fools to not accept their aid." As the old man in the center of the group of people says, "And who are you to decide that, shaman? Know your place. You left that cave again, even though that is all you're here for. You are our connection to our spirits. You are not the leader of this tribe." You can only see the backside of Thunder Moonhide, but you can clearly imagine his jaw working, trying to come up with a response to this.
Kayaks is sort of walking down the path here and says, and yet the spirit of this tribe have just accepted us into its defense, into its protection, into the legitimacy of the tribe. We have been tested by it, and it has found us to be in its like.
The old man's jaw.
Who may I be
drops open.
addressing?
I am Aura of the Council. I am one of the 5 leaders of the Moon Clan, and I cannot believe that our very own head shaman would allow Sunta's pets to be part of the Moon Clan. No, I cannot believe this. It is not possible. The rules, our laws, our traditions are for our people. and our people only. If you think that you are suddenly part of our clan just because you walked into that cave and wetted yourself in its strange waters, then you are fools.
Speak to the spirit then.
He smiles, almost laughs. Yes, let's do the shaman's job for him. Let's do what only he can do for us. Oh wait, we need him as our translator. Oh, how convenient it is that he is on your side, isn't it? I will not let you leave this place and tell Sunta our last secret, our last bastion. The Moon Clan is so close to outlasting her, and you will not ruin that.
I don't like his tone much, Rakax. He looks at him.
No, I don't either. He seems to be insolent.
Yes. Insolent.
Apart
What
from
do you
his
think, Moonhide?
Apart from his tone, he also seems to give orders to his companions here. Not spoken orders, but rather just pointing towards locations. Thunder Moonlight is gripping his quarterstaff, his knuckle turning white as he doesn't turn around towards you, but he does speak in common now. I think that if the Moon Clan is to survive, its leadership needs to change. And he will initiate combat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we were just waiting to follow, I think. Now don't go die, Thunder Moonhide.
I guess
Hopefully
you'll keep
he's
him
also
alive.
become better since last
Is
time.
all of them really gonna do it?
Well, yeah.
None of them respect him that much?
So this is killing time, right? These guys are assholes.
Yes.
Well, actually, as we fly into the Fury, I ask, should we kill them?
He doesn't seem to give you an answer. It does seem like he doesn't have one for this particular question.
Oh well. Fuck the
Aw.
old guy.
I rolled a 5.
Honestly. We could show him mercy
Yes.
by trying not to, but I think we should just knock him out and decide later. Actually, like, raw out killing somebody is quite rare at our level.
Let's see.
Not-
His token is not set up properly, but he will move
Knock
back.
them out, so they're bleeding to death is fine. I can heal them.
Actually, he will cast a spell
Yeah, do a blast or something.
that
Lost a 4 or something. That's like a dire tiger.
I need to look this up. I am not prepared. I am sorry.
Oh, not prepared.
What's being cast? What, when, where?
We
You
don't know.
shall not pass.
That spell.
No,
The you shall not-
Bless is not being cast. He will step back to here-ish and cast a spell on Terexus. Do you accept the spell?
Yes.
Target of divine power.
He is casting a Bolt's Strength on you.
Power up.
You know, this is how you get the good graces.
Yes.
Join the dragons to kill your councilmen and usurp the government. That's what we like to see.
That's what we like to see. Some initiative.
Yeah. Like now we need 5 members. You know,
He's doing
great
this.
council.
This is just part of an elaborate ploy to get on our good side. He plans to betray us.
Also, it is worth mentioning that while most of the people you're facing have bows, the old man who you would consider to be Aura of the Council is completely unarmed and only has armor on that might look fancy but doesn't really provide any protection whatsoever.
Delicious.
The
So-
2 people in his immediate front, however, are not only heavily armored, they are also both wielding an enormous bone hammer, and on their left hand they have what looks to be a spiked shield made from a wyvern skull.
My.
They are quite the brutes.
So we get Aura of the council and we tell them to stop or he fucking dies or
I'll
something.
rip him to pieces. That's what I'm going to do.
Right, sure. But kill the gods first. They seem to be more dangerous. I mean, he's just an old guy. If he can't really fight,
Yeah, we
then
kill him first. When he goes down, these people won't fight.
This
they
guy,
will. I think.
this guy charges Vandermonite.
You think?
Yeah. They seem to be the kind to fight to the death. These are very honorable people, so I understand.
Isn't that an attack of opportunity for Torexus?
And no, he moved into the square.
Oh, okay.
And okay, he
All
misses
happy.
terribly.
Oh, Earthbreakers.
As Thunder Moonlight obviously knows the fighting style of these and manages to sidestep rather easily.
Oh well, this is something that Kayaks can do, because he's got new spell.
Oh god.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
I love
One
this.
creature per level. So, us four, and, let's, in good faith, give it to Thunder Moonhide instead of, Avandra.
Wanderer's disappointed.
Well, maybe when she grows a little older and a little more capable.
As she will then act on your turn as well.
Oh, she would get it too. You're level 6, right?
Yes, that's true, actually. Sure, she gets a 2. She gets another one.
And shoot the big mean guy.
You can add
What was
a teal border for the,
Did she get it too?
yeah.
Okay. She'll get the extra attack then and miss. But she does do 5 damage to this mean man attacking your friend.
He'll then 5-foot step back a little bit to get more room.
I just realised, Rukalik basically has a turret.
Yes.
Yeah. As I said before, she's a turret. Now put a
Give-
teal board on everyone.
Give her
You want
arrows
to accept
flying.
the,
Teal board on everyone, you say. Okay. Halo teal. Spiritual weapons for everyone.
well, spiritual
This-
weapon will now be blue.
This guy will shoot at Terexus with his longbow.
Kax is using the defense, by the way.
6 points of damage. This guy will also shoot at Terexus with his bow. 3 points of damage. He runs.
He can run.
Runs?
It's fine.
Just runs away out in the desert.
He can run, but he will die tired.
It does seem like he's running towards others of the village here, but he might as well just be running away.
Yeah.
You can't really tell. This guy, if I step here and attack. Against Terexus, that's a hit for 7 points. This guy. He will. How fast can he? Oh, yeah. He'll move here and attack Thunder Moonlight as well.
Why are these guys on first?
Miss. Terexus.
Well,
Actually, that was a hit. I'm sorry. Takes 8 points.
here, full attack. I'll get that extra bite attack.
Yeah.
Bite, claw, wings, attack.
That's a crit that confirms.
And the bonus bite.
Yep. Let's see. 30 claws. That's 41. Okay, the first wing drops this one. See, the other wing doesn't reach him, but the second bite does hit and do 14 points of damage.
You're
Avolix.
ripping that guy to pieces.
Blood boosted fury.
They have what weapon out? Earthbreakers?
They have
Bows?
Earthbreakers and Bone Shields.
Okay.
Get some
okay.
over these archers if you wanted.
Yeah, that
many
seems
of
like
them.
that seems like a decently reasonable idea.
Extra move speed if you need it. You can pick what you want. Attack bonus.
Let's see, get out there. Okay, yep. Okay, I think I can do this. Actually, I will go ahead and I will take the attack and defense bonus this turn. So I'm going to. Let's see, actually, let me just make sure I can do this properly. No, I can't. Okay, I won't have to do it. Fine. Okay, I'll take extra movement speed. I will move out there as a move action. Activate my quick runner shirt.
Okay.
Move up again. and bite.
Which one?
The top one. He looked at me funny.
That's it.
That's minimum damage.
Let's see. This guy will then shoot at Alex.
Come at me, my 21 AC. Which, yeah, they can hit 21, but...
Good job. They certainly can. 4 points of damage.
Nope, damage reduction.
Oh.
So nothing.
Actually, they have deadly aim. I forgot that. Oh well. Oh well.
I like it. An arrow hits me. It's like, nope.
Avendra has already acted on the check this turn. This guy. Well, he's in trouble. He'll... If I would step back, thinking him safe at this distance, try to shoot.
He is not safe. He is not safe.
Let's actually have them use deadly aim too, because they are supposed to have that. That's a crit, that confirms.
Ow.
What, 26 points of damage?
21 points of damage.
21.
Ow, that seriously hurt. Technically, wait, are we using the double diagonal thing still? Would I still be threatening him?
Yes.
Yep.
That's a hit.
Much better damage. Ow, that crit hurt. I forgot how much longbows hurt.
Animox.
Does
Probably bite that guy over there.
can I walk through Thunder Moonhide?
Yes, he is an ally, you can.
Well, you never know.
You would want to walk like so, though. Fruitful axis instead. To avoid the attack opportunity.
Aww. Okay. Ah, I'm getting a little tired, sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, you know, I might as well just stand there, because I'll just bite him. Just a little nibble.
That's just a hit.
I'll take the AC bonus, by the way. He needs to check
Okay.
if you'll...
He rolled a 1. Okay.
Failure!
Also, his saves are wrong, but that's a 1 anyways. Lost round a lot.
6.
6, okay. Thunder Moonhide. He will step back. Take a 5-foot step back. And invoke the power of his spirit onto Rexus.
He
Protects.
likes you.
What? Okay. What did I get?
You feel that his spirit is currently helping you.
Okay. I feel boosted.
Bonus in some sort of way. Well, looks like we got that covered. So what other things can I do that might be useful? They don't have like iron weapons though.
They have wooden bows and
Yeah.
bone hammers.
Well, that just means they will get piranhas.
Oh no, the dreaded force
that guy.
piranhas.
We'll get
Okay, that's certainly it. And you want a blue border?
yes.
Blue.
It's like
And
Uh,
Avenger will just shoot that guy.
Sure.
the border is very slightly purple.
See, you're up, drop, point blank, go. 2 misses.
Extra shot.
That's true. That's a hit for 2 points of damage.
Ah.
It's not a lot, but you know, he's
She
contributing.
she should get some special arrows of flaming arrows.
Learning to hurt humans is a very good thing for her.
This
Well,
guy
it's
will
not humans, though.
will
She's
step
We are
back.
good.
Shooting animals.
We are good parents.
Step back. Let's see. Here.
They grew up so fast.
And shoot at Volnix.
I have no attack of opportunity.
Oh, he's happy. Point blank, rapid shot, deadly aim, go. Miss. Let's see. Aura's turn, is it?
Come back, traitor!
Face me, coward! Face me!
He will indeed return,
Really?
trailed by some more people as he points at you and says, "There they are, get them!" You don't see his followers yet.
What the?
This guy will shoot at Volnix.
What a scaredy cat. That one.
And hit
Mm.
for...
No, because I took the AC and hit bonus, so I'm 21
Oh,
AC.
right. Put that in your label, please.
Okay.
Oh, this guy. Well, 5 step forward. He's nauseated, isn't he?
You know, forever. So
He will stand his ground, looking menacing. Kind of. Not really. Tyraxus.
And a little green in his face.
Activate quick run short. Fly here.
Okay.
Um,
Roll twice and take the higher result
What webs have?
on your attack.
I'm not attacking yet.
Okay. Then you don't get that bonus.
No! I'm gonna move. Let's see here. I'm gonna charge this fucker. I've had it. He's going down. Where is his allies, more specifically, in relation to him?
They are essentially right behind him. Just haven't had time to act yet.
I would like to see them if possible, because I might be able to breath instead of charging.
Let me reveal some. Although you will see my black border of making things look better for me. Yeah.
Okay, so that's how it is. All right, sure. We'll move. Let's see here. We'll move. So 60. It's gonna be here, and I'll basically do a lightning breath hitting Aura of the Council and the veteran archer 14 behind him for the main attacks.
And
Okay.
And
split the other two.
And the two others get the rest of it. I will do debilitating on this.
Okay, that's...
I mean, there's pretty much no reason to do debilitate, not to do it.
They both fail. That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage for 66. Holy crap.
Well, the councilman is essentially incinerated immediately. The lightning simply pierces him.
Hey, Jonas, it is your terrain after all.
It is my terrain. As
These
like
guys
motes
fail.
of sand float around Tyraxos, yeah, crackling lightning.
And with his death, the others do look slightly shaken, but also far more determined than before. Volnix.
we need to beat them down, and then, you know.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. 1 second. Activating elemental aura. Whoops.
Twice.
Does it stack?
No.
Yeah, I thought not. Okay, so I'm going to start by biting him, and then I'll decide what to do based on if he survives. He probably will, but you know. This already includes the cold damage.
He does not survive.
He does not?
No.
Okay, I will 5 foot step there and claw and wing onto this guy.
Remember, you have +2 to hit as well, right?
That's already been applied.
Okay.
I just rolled horribly.
Okay, both claws hit.
Such as that is a 1 and a 2 on my wings.
This guy will 5 step here and attack Volnix.
And I'm slaughtering his friends. Does he really think he has a chance?
You know, they should surrender. Save everyone the pain.
It is up to Moonhide to take control of his brood here.
Dynamax.
Great. 5 foot step and full attack.
Yeah.
That's a crit that confirms for 8 points of damage. That seems really low.
True.
Well, actually,
But I did look at my attacks.
Oh
Though.
yeah,
I believe-
you're only applying your strength bonus once instead of twice. That should be 10 damage.
Well, no, it should be twice.
That should be
1.5
12
times.
damage currently.
You apply
Yeah, 1.5
times.
times. That should be 5. That should be 10 damage. So
Yeah,
let's make it
that's-
10 damage.
I'd say it should be slightly higher.
And the claws are
How?
15.
When you go
we
into
can-
the edit weapon, click on the bite and edit it. You see at the bottom there's something called
I'm not that fast. Just a sec. Edit. Where did the edit weapon go?
Against
Oh, there.
Terexus. Misses.
And bite, and then what?
then down to click. It's one-handed, but it's two-handed. Creature with only one attack. Click that one.
So, two-handed?
Yeah.
Okay,
Misses.
that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's a hit for 9 points, I think. Unless you took the blessing, in which case put it in your label, otherwise I won't accept it.
Also, he has to do a save again.
Jonas?
What? Yes? Hello?
A hit against AC 20.
Alright, that's a hit.
He needs
The-
to do a save again.
He didn't.
She
fail.
did. He's not it.
Oh, okay.
I'm 7 now.
Actually, yeah, his saves are incorrect. He still would have failed, though. Thundermooneye, let's see. What can he still do?
Because you should probably tell them to stand down. We have won this.
He will nod at your suggestion. He will then cast a spell on himself. Let's see. There we go. Take a step forward and shout with a now much louder voice in Shuanti, so you only Retract really understands, but you get the gist, all of you. So he shouts, "Stand down, you fools! You all know that Aura was a useless piece of waste. These ones, they can save our clan." Let me roll a check. He does not convince the others, as they are quite determined to avenge the death of one of their council members currently. There are, however, you can see some who are currently watching this battle, but not participating.
Mechanics will then pipe up as well. First, actually, we'll first talk and see the reaction. He will say, in Shuanti as well, he'll say, "We are the dragons that Thunder Moonhide told you about. He left the cave, but only to save your clan, and he found us. We have now come to be your salvation, to aid you in your fight against Sunta, whom we also dislike. She will not gain power over this clan as long as we live, and we will not let those of you who wish for her to rule win this battle."
Roll me a diplomacy check.
The spell I will use will have been enhanced diplomacy.
Okay.
Right.
Your cantrip.
Yep.
Oh boy.
That's pretty good, I'd say.
That is pretty.
Can't be much better.
That is 20? That's an 18. Oh. Sorry, I only accept 20s. Your words do seem to have the intended effect, as the people you've been fighting still look upset, to say the least. However, they do indicate their willingness to stop this fight.
Good. He will stop and show that by making the piranhas move away from the bleeding guy and just sort of begin circling him. He will also call out to the others and says, I have convinced them. They will stop this fighting, and they agree that their leader was useless. And I hope they indicate as much. Yeah?
The Shuanti definitely do.
Good.
Combat can be over if you want it to be.
I do.
I just like the fact that I got to poison this guy.
Good.
Then, if nobody wants to keep fighting, combat will be over.
I mean, there's a difference between want to keep fighting and going to keep fighting.
They'll move over here and say, "Help the wounded. There was no need for them to die. They will only do as they were told, and under new leadership, I'm sure they will do the same."
Tyraxus grabs the shot through corpse of the aura and basically carries the body back towards the
Almost
rest
like
of the group.
Charred old skeleton now, with that kind of overkill.
Yeah,
Full health to death is pretty brutal.
he is pretty fried up.
Yeah.
He'll say, "I can display this carcass up on the rock as a warning to the others if required." And looks over to Moonhide. "Or do you wish him for some sort of ceremonial burial?"
I wish only him to be gone and out of the way finally. Displaying his body would serve as intimidation, yes.
Might also make him a martyr to those who would stand against us.
That, and you will not be able to fight Sunta with slaves. You need the Moon Clan's hearts and minds. You can convince the fighters who have fled that we still have a chance, and you will have an army. An army that fights for you and not because they have to.
That looks to Tilrax, a sort of eye-sparkling thought of winning over their hearts and minds to our cause. That sounds like just the kind of thing he would like to do.
Tyraxus looks down at the corpse and says, "Very well, I shall dump him in a cliff crevice up the mountain or something."
I think making him disappear is the best course of action.
Tyraxus grabs
Sorry?
the corpse. He grabs the corpse and starts to flying away, and unless someone stops him.
Oh, sure, like, we should tend to the wounded before they bleed out. There's no reason to waste lives.
I agree. Every warrior lost, regardless on whose side he was on, is one less to oppose Sunta.
There's only one side now.
He considers, nods, and then shrinks down to normal size again as he does tend to the wounded.
Gex as well will tend to this wounded. By doing so, that should stabilize him.
Tyraxus flies away with the councilman's corpse and dumps him in I don't know, far away. Maybe rip him up in different pieces and spread him around a
Find
little
like
bit.
a place that is like a vibrant nest.
Yeah, something like this. Toss him in there.
You can find such a place rather easily. There are many
Oh,
cracks
I
and
will
crevices.
I will loot his body before I do that. You said something about a gem encrusted armor or something.
Not exactly gem encrusted, but certainly very fancy.
Like ceremonial grass armor or something. I don't know.
Oh,
what
a
this-
grass armor.
It's not made out of grass, but rather a very thin and rough cloth that is layered and layered. It does seem to be rather smart too, because that means that it's still clothing, however, air easily flows through it. It is, however, made slightly less optimal for this weather with gold and jewelry. You can recover a grand total of 800 gold pieces of various trinkets.
Oh, sure.
Add it to the pile.
Yep.
It's a long time since I've had that open.
Thunder Moonlight does go around talking to the different warriors who are clearly quite, well, they aren't coping well with the happenings. However, after his words, they do seem to at least calm down a bit. He does then walk towards, well, most of you, or all of you rather if he can, and say, "Meet me in my tent a bit. It is time that we plan, I think.
Right to business indeed.
We have mere months left until the Watcher and his pets return. I have underestimated you time and time again, however, even you, I think, would not fare well against him if he finally decides to act himself.
Tyraxos looks at him. If a smaller force is to beat a larger one, tactics are needed.
Planning indeed. Growth.
We have planned indeed to potentially fight the Watcher. However, our plans are just optimistic and little else.
Well,
If
you
you're
have
done
new
here,
players.
follow me in my tent, and I will show you what I would think useful to do in these months that are left to us still.
All right,
Alright,
so we're down the tent.
we'll
Sure.
go into his tent and
Making sure that
unfurl.
everyone's stabilized, The people can probably take care of their own for the rest.
Yeah, the people here are taking care of each other, mumbling about how maybe Thunder Moonlight has a point, Aura really wasn't that great, but who are they to defy the council when? And the answer to that is basically just awkward silence
There is
and
no council.
forcefulness. Exactly.
We reduced it to cinders.
Now they might have a new council.
Yes, yes.
Dragons Council.
If you
Council
would
of
then,
Dragons.
if you would then turn your
Join
vision.
us and partake in our knowledge.
Did I just activate the grid instead of centering you? I think I did. Oh no, I centered
No,
you.
Centered,
you
yeah.
centered.
World map, yeah.
Thunder Moonlight, that is, will unfurl a map that looks eerily similar to this one.
Oh,
As he then points to one of the locations, one of them that I've already unveiled, the Keeper of the Scrolls, and say, "This is where we currently are. This is the Moon Clan's holy place, as it were. It is not the Moon Clan's center, for the Moon Clan has no center. However, it does contain our spirit as well as our knowledge. The Moon Clan is comprised of many different groups that used to work in unison, enough so that we could call ourselves one clan. Some of these groups have simply been killed, others have disappeared, likely into the mountains, perhaps even into the valley or the Spire Clan's territory to the north. If we are to have a fighting chance against not only the Watcher, his white shadow, and the smaller one that seems to accompany him to everywhere, as well as Sunda's other forces, as well as the Sun Clan's forces, there are some that perhaps should gather your attention first. The Moon Clan is known not only for its excellent archers, but its excellent horse breeders as well. They are known as the Flametails. They have given up, essentially. They are simply enjoying their lives in debauchery and fun, chasing the Ember Storms and making them chase them. They are, however, excellent fighters. Not to mention that their horses, too, are excellent fighters. They would not fare well against a dragon, or multiple. However, they are the Sun Clan's bane. You mentioned something about planning being required to beat Sunta, and there is one such person who is, do not tell him that, a prodigy when it comes to organizing troops. He is a charismatic fellow, not a fighter, which is unusual for a chieftain to be. However, he has attracted a large following. He too does not think that we can win this war and has distanced himself to one of the oases to the northeast. Not to join us, but to perhaps spread the word that he too thinks this war winnable. It would attract many followers. Not to mention his ability to organize the troops.
Seems like the perfect seneschal for this enterprise, then.
He's a lieutenant to lead the forces.
Aye.
He has earned his place through ability and ability alone. He is, by many, considered to be a douchebag. Do not expect respect from him. And I do not think that you can force him to follow you either. He will be likely the most difficult to convince. To the north there's also a different force, a force that might even be useful in fighting dragons. They are usually referred to as the Beast Wranglers. They hunt and they fight. They capture beasts not to feast on them, but rather to prove that they indeed can fight them in single combat unarmed. They are brutes, every one of them, and enormous ones at that. It would be an insult to call them that, but that's what they indeed are. Having those fighters on our side, I would not wish to waste them by not including them in this war where we need every soul we can get. I will let you click them in a moment. And then there's one last camp that I think should attract your attention. It is strange because it is not led by one of the chieftains, but rather an outsider, and a woman at that. She is rumored to be a rather potent shaman of sorts, and has attracted many people as well. I know little about her, but I do know that magic in this war might change the tide of battle. These groups, I think, if united, would not be enough to perhaps oppose Sunta, the Sun Clan, the Sun Clan, Sunta's pets, and the Watcher. However, as far as the Moon Clan goes, they are the elite. If we manage to convince all of them, chances are that even those that left would hear the word that the Moon Clan is once again quite formidable and would return. None of us are, as you are, powerful dragons of your kind, I suppose. But we are formidable fighters. And if all of us were here, we would be many too. There are other things that could be done to make the others believe that the Moon Clan has a chance. One of them would be to strike at the Sun Clan. They often raid our lands, take our people. They have, in fact, captured our most formidable weaponsmith. A great loss indeed, especially in a war. Attacking them, however, especially by you, is bound to attract Sunta's attention. And there's one last issue. It is not a thing that could help us gain more followers, but it needs to be dealt with before we lose more. From the valley below, a group of people has traveled here intent on teaching us savages the civilized ways. They seem to want to do this by butchering rather than teaching. I do not understand their methods, but what I do know is that they are not only indiscriminate fighters, but also that their word is getting out. Many of us who would rather not fight seem to accept the word that down in the valley, down in the civilized lands, a new world awaits. But in truth, all they gain is slavery. This Inquisitor, as he calls himself, needs to be dealt with before he does too much damage to our people's morale. And now let me make these icons clickable. That's something I wanted to do.
And what of the Spire clan you said to the north?
We have not managed to get any messengers at all to them. However, the fact that they are not trying to contact us either speaks volumes.
Unless their messages have been taken as well.
It is possible, however, I personally have seen one of their patrols in our lands, and yet they have made no approach to talk to us. I think that they are merely waiting, thinking them safe out there. Perhaps this war might ignore them altogether. I do not think that, however, it would be in their interest to help us win. They do not, however, seem to think that. I do not know of a way to convince them to help us. However, I do know that the Spire clan is among the most wealthy of clans. Raids between clans are a common occurrence. If we cannot make them help us, we can make them help us.
Well, once we have gathered our allies here, we can certainly visit them. We'll stand a lot stronger at that point.
Yes.
And they've probably not gone wealthy just from trading. Potentially, they've grown wealthy from, well, raiding themselves. A promise of loot from Santa's lair could potentially sway them. Yes?
It is possible, however, we would have to show that we have a chance at looting her headquarters in the first place.
Indeed.
There is one more clan who could easily be swayed to join our cause, however, reaching them is a problem.
Oh.
The Skull clan, it is the smallest clan by far, spread far apart and tends to only claim little territory. They build large fortresses. They do agriculture and cattle and other things that the Inquisitor also tries to teach our people. The Skull clan has one of these fortresses pretty much right where we believe Sunta is located. I do not think, although that is based on rumors, that they are assisting her. Rather, they are trying to outlast her. How long, however, they can last against a combined force of dozens of dragons, I do not know.
Perhaps when we're ready to strike, we will find out. So the beast stranglers would be the easiest to get, yes?
I do not know how you would convince them to help you, however, they would be among the most useful, yes. They are fanatics, enjoying the fight, the thrill of the fight. Fighting beasts mostly, sometimes each other. They are fearless, courageous, and they deserve their name.
Perhaps taking care of this Inquisitor first, then?
The Inquisitor is a formidable foe. I know that you are formidable as well, but do not take him lightly.
It seems like to impress the nearby peoples, we would need some sort of show. Or force.
If you wish to provide a show, then the Flametails might be the most likely group to be swayed by such. Chances are it would include the Ember Storms that seem to frequent that particular area. They do like showing off their riding skills, and while you may not be able to ride yourselves, I'm sure they could make an exception for that. They are the most likely if offered a show, to not answer with hostility, but curiosity.
This outsider, then? Nothing is known?
Little. We know that she is a woman, but where she came from, we do not know. She has gathered a lot of our people around her, simply by sheer presence, it appears. She might just be a common witch who offers those who dislike war an alternative and makes the best of it. Or she may be a potent ally. I do not know.
What do you guys think we should start with? The general seems to be a snob, and we don't really want to deal with him until we have... he would want us to bow and scrape and stuff, so let's not do that until we actually have, like, legs to stand on.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Sure.
Could attack the outpost. That would get Sunta's attention. But free, like, the weaponsmith and some people who,
Maybe
you
the
know,
outsider is a decent chunk because we're also outsiders, so maybe we can connect with her. In a
yeah,
decent
but
way.
if she doesn't want war, like if they're there because
The thing is, she says she doesn't want war, but war is coming. Like, she can't escape this. Unless she wants to actually be a slave to Sunta, she will have to fight. Like, she can't escape this unless she takes all of her people and just moves out of the Cinderlands completely.
I kind of like the idea of kicking the Sun Clan off the, like, over the water. Really, if they're taking slaves and raiding and such, I mean, the Moon Clan's show a force to kick him out, right? And if Sunta is right now focusing on those keeps in there, then maybe dividing her attention a little bit will also help the like the Skull Clan to survive for longer.
I guess.
And we do want them to have their fortresses when we attack, because then they can, like, attack from the rear.
Suffice to say that I forgot to include Kermaga and the Orc City on this map, but they are certainly also here. Although Thunder Moonlight does not think that either of those would be particularly useful in this war.
I mean, how much money can we scrape together? I'm sure mercenaries could be had, one way or another.
There is, of course, as Thunder Moonlight continues, there is, of course, the possibility to perhaps gain more time by indeed paying the Watchers tribute.
No.
That is a
No.
sign of weakness.
We need to unite these people. We're not gonna pay the tribute.
Beast Stranglers would probably be, we have to beat them, then promise them an even better fight,
Yeah, we can do that.
but one that's not suicidal. I don't think they would be the first ones to join. Flametails like to have fun. Again, I don't think they would just join just to do it.
Yeah,
General
fighting
probably
for
would
fun.
if we scraped and kissed his butt enough, but I don't want to do that. The Outsider is a wild card. Spire Clan, Skull Clan will probably. I mean, Skull Clan will probably join us just because they're already fighting, right? I mean, they've literally nothing to lose. While the Spire Clan has everything to lose and will only join if we think that we can. You know, if they see proof that we can win and just want to get in on it, kinda. They're a way in which we can reduce our otherwise heavy casualties. When we know we can win. Which leaves the Inquisitor as a potential to show our strength, or the Sun Clan to show our strength. Which we could then, that would kind of bring the name out to by the people we free and such, from slavery or whatever. That's why I like that one the most, because then they would go to the other groups and say, hey, these dragons are not with Sunta, they are with, they're the good dragons.
Yeah, Sun Clan outpost seems reasonable, I guess. They're slavers, mainly. They're used to capturing people running away and screaming from them. They're not used to being attacked themselves, probably.
What sort of weaponry are the Sun Clan known for?
The Sun Clan is... That's a good question, actually. He will give you a detailed answer on that as soon as I look it up.
We were known for horses and archers, right?
Yes, horses and archers.
And the Spire Clan is known for being incredibly wealthy. Probably good raiders then. And then the Sun Clan is known for being shit at everything, right? And I hope that'll be good.
The Sun Clan is, in fact, also known for their archers and horses.
God damn it. That's not special if both people are.
We'll fly quickly to Kermaga and buy a wand of protection from missiles.
Like for arrows, that would be unaccountably useful.
Just cast out on every one of us as we fly in
Yeah,
there.
they can fly and breath attack all the time.
Yep.
I mean, you see, You've seen DR's been undisputably useful for me.
I actually think that's a pretty good idea to
Yeah.
buy that.
Everyone pitch in.
It's one of those things.
I mean, I don't know if I can pitch in.
It's not super expensive.
And while the Sun Clan is also known for horses and archers, the Moon Clan would of course say that their archers
have
and their
better
horses are better.
Archers.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Sure, it's fine. Maybe when we destroy and defeat the Sun Clan, the remnants can,
It would be a well, it would be quite costly. It is a level 2 spell, sadly, so a wand of that would be 4,500.
Oh, I have
I have less than
1,500. We have
I have-
800 in the bank.
Uh-huh.
I have like 300 gold.
Oh, well, big spend.
That would
over
be
there.
super useful though.
It would be super useful.
5,408.
I mean, if we pitch in like
How
a
much does it prevent though? Because it only does that like 10
DR10.
per caster level.
DR10.
Once the spells prevent a total of 10 points per caster level, it is discharged.
Hmm.
Not gonna be a lot of damage.
No, it's going to be minimum cast level, so that's
Like 40.
40, 30, 40,
What,
something like
40
So
extra.
it's 30 even
that.
actually.
Yeah, we need a
30
wizard.
extra hit points. That's not worth it.
We need a wizard. This is not.
And also for me, it'd be even less because of the fact that I already have DR.
Yeah, that's not worth 4,000 gold.
I suppose not. Too bad.
Just be ready to pour a few arrows out of your skills.
Should have been that barbarian that would have like 14 D everything.
I
now.
might just buy a potion of that to have for myself in case.
Be more cost efficient.
Would still only add like 30 hit points.
Yeah, but 30 hit points, it's like 50% more hit points against these things.
That's true. So we should take the Sun Clan outpost first.
Sure.
I'm up for murdering the sun.
Thunder Moonhide will warn you that Sunta will know that you do that.
Okay, so that's the last thing we do.
But we want their weapons, but we've always shipped off somewhere.
But we
And
can't warn Santa prematurely. Like, our plan hinges on her not being aware that we're doing this. Because if she is, she's gonna storm down here and just end it.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
unless-
first one we pick is going to be the hardest one, basically.
Unless you can make sure that nobody escapes that place alive, Sunta will know.
How many people do we expect there to be?
These kind of more or less permanent villages usually have a couple dozen. This one in particular being essentially an enemy terrain for the Sun, an enemy territory for the Sun Clan, is likely to be entirely populated by warriors or fighters of some sort.
Like 24 of them, or
I mean, on an open plain, they can't really outrun us.
We just
Yeah.
fly up and catch them.
I mean, they could have horses,
They can.
but there's a river there. Is there like a
Yes.
ford or bridge or something?
There is
It's like a
a.
pretty broad river since it's on like a national map.
It's kind of broad, but it's not very deep in places. That place is also known to be occasionally visited by Sunta's pets.
Oh, so other dragons might flee. Or send magical messages.
One other possibility is to perhaps prove that the Moon Clan is strong, Thunder Moonlight would suggest, is to do what you suggested with the councilman, except with one of Sunta's pets. If you could isolate one of them and bring it down.
I mean, does he know where they usually patrol or lair?
They are known to have an uncanny ability at intercepting messengers.
So we
So
send out the
carry a
messenger.
message.
We send out the messenger and then we shadow them.
Although, what kind of pet would await you, he can't say.
That's fine. If it's the big red, we'll just not attack and
You could go to the Inquisitor camp. I mean, proving that we're against slavery is also a pretty strong message,
but he
I mean-
said that he was like super dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, in words that sound like he is fantastically overpowered.
But everything's gonna be super dangerous.
Van der Moonhide would also know about the Inquisitor that he rides on a hippogriff.
Does he have a
Right.
lot of friends with him?
He leads a caravan, although how many of those people are capable fighters, he couldn't say.
Yeah. So kill the griffin.
Yes.
I mean, we saw what that did to
We,
Martin.
we fly up 1,000 feet. And we kill the griffin.
I'm gonna plummet to death.
Yep.
I believe like a strong attack sends the on either of the two attack targets sends the right message.
If we're gonna attack, then we're gonna need to attack the Inquisitor. The other one seems too dangerous at the moment.
All right, then probably go for the flame tails of the beast wranglers afterwards. All the outsider, but I'd rather have one of the two we actually know would want to fight first.
I guess. Yeah, what did we need to do with the flame tails? Like a riding competition?
Yeah, they would want to like fly into these storms or something.
Well, that seems something for our Volniks.
Yeah, exactly. They're like hurricane chasers.
Let the white dragon fly into the firestorm.
Hey, that's the way to make it look cool.
Yeah.
I
And he's
I mean,
super good at
you know,
flying.
my scales are slightly reflective, and I do probably have the best flying out of the entire group.
He is the shiniest.
I mean, do any of you have more than a plus 14 fly?
No.
I never will have.
Van der Moonhide would say that the Flametails are usually more interested in riding and would probably consider flying to be essentially cheating.
I can't ride. What do you want to
Well-
run into the storm?
I mean, you do have 4 legs.
You're gonna run into a storm?
Not very fast in there.
No.
4 legs.
I mean, with riding,
I
I
guess
mean,
we
that's
could talk to them about it. I mean,
riding is technically not. Wait a minute. Avandra.
she could,
Yes, she will present herself. We'll put
but I'm
with
not.
that-
I'm
we'll
not
put-
like super
no,
good
no.
at
Well,
flying.
we'll put the
though.
saddle on
so-
our Volniks,
Yeah.
and then Avandra and our Volniks fix this for us, right?
She
Yeah.
better hold on tight because I'm not going to give her any mercy.
No, we just we bind her. Like that's what
Sovereign
we've done
glue.
so far. Sovereign glue her to the saddle. Oh man, our Volks is he's gonna be so grumpy with that saddle on his back.
Faster he makes a show, the better.
Uh,
Also, if we do kill one of Sunda's pets, I'm itching to make that undead thing. You know? Is it better to kill it and display it, or kill it, display it, then turn it into an undead abomination that serves our will? I like the sound of it.
Yeah, you show them that you hate people controlling dragons by taking one of them and controlling them.
Well, killing it,
Oh,
making it into an undead abomination.
that's true. That's completely different.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, that'll be the end of the session then. If you have any questions, just during the week or something, I'll be available.
okay.
So
How much does universal solvent cost?
it's not that much.
It's the solvent glue that's really pricey.
I want to know the price of the solvent first.
I think Laurel can make the solvent without problem. So we're just good.
Laurel's not here.
No, but that means, I mean, if you can make it for alchemy, pretty much all alchemy is crazy cheap.
And pretty much.
I think the glue is actually the cheap part. I think the sovereign, the other thing is the, because the solvent is much more useful. It can be used to all kinds of other things too.
You see, sovereign glue, the indestructible glue of Pathfinder, is 2,400 gold per ounce.
That's pretty steep still.
Universal Solvent in Pathfinder comes out as
Inobox really wrecked those combats today.
Sure did.
The
What?
wyverns had more than a 50-50 chance to succeed. I've not rolled higher than a 4 in, I think, 6 different saves.
I know the feeling as a DM. I've done that before. I know. Like, this was supposed to be difficult, but look, you just tore through it.
You know, all it does is teach me to overdo combat in the future.
It's fine.
And then you run one of those combats we also had where like everything suddenly crits and like makes all the saves and like you simply can't get a hit in and you're like, well, help! Nothing is working.
I had a fun combat. I was DMing, and against this one player in a single combat, I rolled 9 20s against them, and one of those was a 20 on the hit and 20 on the confirm twice.
Yeah.
And it was like, there's nothing I could do. The dice rolls are not in your favor.
I think one of my favorite derailing a difficult encounter was when we fought the tyrant and I like managed to suffocate like one of the what do you call them?
Shoggoths.
Yeah, Shoggoths. Just suffocated.
You know what I like the most? Grease back all the way back at the first fort.
Grease was good. It was a good control spell. You know, that's where it is.
You know, I'm just thinking what ended up happening though with like Grease. He fell over Chiron.
How many of you could persistently roll that DC 10 acrobatics check?
Acrobatics.
I can't. I have a -2.
No, I can't.
I have a +1. Like why acrobatics?
So Grease is not bad.
No, Grease is not bad. We have a bonus because we're quadrupeds, but
And you could just
That's
fly.
true. We have a plus.
and we can fly.
That's why we need to.
Yeah, but the quadruped bonus is +4, so
But
technically I have
then, but then the
75% chance.
but then the fuckers hit you with Sirocco, and you're like, ARG! And then it's sadness.
At that point, hopefully, I have big enough spells to also do stuff.
Well, I will stop the recording here. I will still finish up the Hand of Fate game I was in because it's been on hold all this time. But yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching. This was Tears of Tiamat this week. We'll see you again next week, where we, I guess, go after the Inquisitor.
Yeah, and then jump to one of the other places. Really.
Yeah, maybe the Flame Tails.
At all.
And Shay's lightning storms. It's going to be like a Mad Max Fury Road situation, I think. Like
Yeah, if you want to imagine what a real bad Ember Storm is, Mad Max is probably the closest approximation.
I don't want to go in there. Like it's a really bad idea.
Just saying. I'm really going to regret this online next week.
Yeah, well, you and I posted a picture of what your face looks like in the snapshot. It doesn't really load for the stream, it seems, but that's the face I imagine that Volux making at the idea.
Thunder Moonhide will also inform you that the Flame Tails are called Flame Tails because all the tails of their horses are completely burned off.
Haha!
And that sucks for the horse.
Yeah, poor horse.
He looks at his own tail, frowns.
I can't swap the
I mean,
flies.
You need to fly so close to the storm dragons that your own tail burns off.
I mean, I'll remind you, Volix is going to be even more frowning because his tail's got little icicles growing on it.
And you have like bandages on your tail. You're gonna need more of those.
We could
Should we
send in.
should we like soak you? Should we have like a wanderer with a tub of water like constantly soaking you as you fly through this?
We need.
You know the tub of water would turn into ice cubes, right? While she's carrying it.
Tilraxus to fly in there, and they just go on the ground and then stay in there for like a whole day, then come out like after
I mean, I could.
And they're like, you stayed in there the whole day? Oh my god, so cool.
The alternative, of course, is Inovox turns into human form and then rides with them.
I don't think he's very good at riding.
No, she'll run
sure
on all
it's
really a
fours in
skill you
human form.
picked.
I'm sure she's great at it.
Well, yep. End of the recording. See you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Tomorrow we jump